I am going to explain to you what are operators in Unity C#. Operators are special symbols or a character that performs some actions on operands or variables. Basically represents an action or a process that we do on variables or operands. Operators are foundation for any programming language. Now, without the existence of operators, any programming language would basically be incomplete. Now, what are types of operators? How many types of operators are there in Unity C#? Let's see. First is your arithmetic operators, then we have relational operators, then we have logical operators, then we have assignment operators and conditional operators. Let's first see what are arithmetic operators. So what are arithmetic operators? Arithmetic operators are generally used to perform mathematical operations on variables or operands. Now there are some types of arithmetic operators. The first is your addition operator. Addition operator is used to compute additions of two operands or variables. So with this operator, we can basically add two operands or variables. It can also be used for concatenation of two string variables. Example, if we have an int a equals to 5 and int b set to the value of 10, then the output for the addition would be 15. So it basically computes a basic addition of two variables or operands. Next is your subtraction operator. Subtraction operator is used to subtract right hand operand from left hand operand. Again, the third is your multiplication operator, where we actually compute multiplication of operands or variables. We have division operator, which divides your left hand operand by its right hand operand. Again is your modulus operator, which returns remainder when left hand operand is divided by right hand operand. So if you perform division, then the remainder which you get would be your output inside the console. Now let's get into the Unity editor and let's see how we actually perform some actions using arithmetic operators. Guys, we are into Unity editor now, and as you all can see, I have already created an empty game object which is operators object, and again I have created a C# script which is arithmetic operators. Now to perform some actions or calculation, let's open the script which we have created, which is arithmetic operators. Int a equals to 5, int b equals to 10. Okay, so debug.log a plus b. This is your addition operator. So this is a commented code. Basically, it's not going to run. Debug.log. Okay, let's subtract a from b minus a. Debug.log b mod a. So here it is. Here is the output. Let's continue the topic operators in the next session. Hi friends, my name is Rohan Vasudev. In the last session, we saw arithmetic operators. In this session, we are going to learn about relational operators. So what are relational operators? Relational operators are used to compare two values or variables or operands. Now, what are the types of relational operators? The first relational operator is equal to. Equal to operator is used to check whether two values are equal or not. If both the values are equal, then it returns true, or if they are not equal, then it returns false. Next is your not equal to operator. Not equal to operator is used to check whether two values are equal or not. If both the values are not equal, then it returns true, else it returns false. Greater than operator is basically used to check if the left hand operand is greater than the right hand operand. So for instance, if we have a variable a whose value is set to 50 and a variable b whose value is set to 10, then the bool result for a greater than b in this case will be true here because 50 is greater than 10. Less than operator is basically used to check if the left hand operand is lesser than the right hand operand. Greater than equal to operator is used to check if the left hand operand is greater than or equal to right hand operand. So it will check for both the conditions whether it is greater than or equal to the right hand operand. Less than equal to operator is used to check if the left hand operand is lesser than or equal to the right hand operand. Okay guys, so I am in the Unity editor now and I have already created an operators object here. This is an empty game object, and also I have created a C# script which is a relational operators script. I have named the script as relational operators and attached the script to the operators object here. So let's open the script and let's see the code. We have declared a variable which is int a equals to 5 and a variable b of data type int, and the value of variable b is set to 10, and we have declared a bool variable here result, and we have not set any value here for the bool variable. Now inside the start function, firstly we are checking whether a equals to b, then the value of the result will be assigned to the bool variable here because the output for this will be a bool output. So we are assigning that output to the bool variable result here. Lastly, we are checking if a is lesser than or equal to b or not, and the value is assigned to the result variable here. Now let's just run this code and let's see the output for the code. Let's continue the operators in the next session. I will see you in the next session. Thank you so much. Hi friends, my name is Rohan Vasudev. In the last session, we learned about relational operators. In this session, we are going to learn about logical operators. So what are logical operators? Logical operators are used to combine two or more conditions or relational statements and returns Boolean value. So logical operator will always return a Boolean value. What are the types of logical operators? First is your logical AND operator. Logical AND operator will check if all the conditions are true or not. It only returns true if all the conditions are true, and it returns false if either one of the relational statement or condition is false. Next, move on to the next logical operator, which is your logical OR operator. Logical OR operator checks if at least one of the condition is true or not. Returns true if one or all the relational statements or conditions are true, and returns false only when all the conditions are false. Then lastly, we have logical NOT operator. Logical NOT operator returns true if the condition is not satisfied. Now let's get into the Unity editor and write a piece of code. Okay guys, I am in the Unity editor now. So I have already created operators object here, which is an empty game object. Then I have already created a script here, which is logical operators script, and already attached the script to the operators object. Let's open the script and see the code here. So guys, we have already declared a bool variable x here whose value is set to the true. We have already declared a bool variable y whose value is set to false. We have already declared again a bool variable result, and we have not assigned any value to the result yet. Okay, now inside the start function, this AND operator here will check if both the variables, variable x and y, are true or not. But in this case, variable x is true, but variable y is false, hence the output here will be false. The output is then assigned to the bool variable result here and is then printed in the console. The OR operator here will check if at least one of the value for the variables x and y are true or not. In this case, the value for variable x is true, hence the output here will be true. The output is then again assigned to the bool variable result and is printed in the console here. Now we have already seen the result for the AND operator is false, but we are using a NOT operator here. The NOT operator returns true if the condition is false, hence the output here will be true. This value, this output is then assigned again to the variable result here and is then lastly printed in the console using debug.log function. Now let's run this code and let's see the output inside the Unity console. Okay, that's it. So AND operator is giving me an output of false, OR operator here is giving me an output of true, and NOT operator here lastly is giving me an output of true. So that's it, guys. That's it for the session. I will see you in the next session. We'll continue on the topic operators in the next session. Thank you so much, guys. Hi friends, my name is Rohan Masudev. In the last session, we saw logical operators. In this session, we are going to learn about conditional operators. What are conditional operators? Conditional operators has three operands. The syntax for conditional operators is as follows. First will be your condition, then there is first expression, and then comes a second expression. Now, since this conditional operator has three operands, it is also called as a ternary operator. Generally, how it works is, firstly, it evaluates the condition here. Now, if the condition is true, the first expression is evaluated and becomes the output. And if the condition is false, the second expression is evaluated and becomes the output. Let's get into the Unity editor and let's write a piece of code. Okay guys, we are into Unity editor now. I've already created an empty game object which is operators object, and I've already created a script which is conditional operator. Let's open the script and let's see the code here. Now we have already declared a variable a which is of data type int and the value is set to 5. We have also declared a variable b of data type int and the value is set to 10. We have also declared a bool variable result and we have not assigned any value to it initially. Now inside the start function, we are checking if a is greater than b, and if the condition is true, then the first expression, which is true here, will be assigned to the variable result, and if the condition is false, then the second expression, which is false here, will be assigned to the variable result here. The output will then be printed in the Unity console using debug.log function. Similarly, over here, we are checking if A is lesser than B, and if the condition is true, then the first expression, which is true, will be assigned to the variable result, and if the condition is false, then the second expression, which is false, will be assigned to the variable result here and will be printed in the Unity console using debug.log function. Let's run the code in the editor and let's just see the output for the code. Here it is, guys, the output for the code. A greater than B is false, A smaller than B is true. So that's it, guys. Thank you for the session.